Right now, as you are watching this video, 68% of worldwide consumers are using automated chatbots for their use cases. And here's the staggering part. Till 2024, total chatbot market has been valued at $7.76 billion, and it is expected to reach to $27 billion till 2030. You know what that means? It is a staggering CAGR of 23.3% growth. So it is expected to grow with 23%, which is huge. I know now many of you must be thinking, what is causing this exceptional growth? So let me tell you, AI has revolutionizing every industry, every aspect of technology. And due to that, chatbot industry is also being revolutionized, and we are expecting to grow it with 23.3% of CAGR. And after AI, catering to customer queries has become so easy that now it can talk to any customers with so much of human-like conversations that even humans can't predict. Now you may be thinking, Amit, why are you telling all this story to us, and what is there for us in this to learn? So let me tell you, after AI, so many chatbots are getting implemented, and due to that only we are seeing so much of growth which is expected by 2030, and maybe that also could be broken. So for us as a tester, we have a huge opportunity to understand chatbots, even to test. So when businesses are going to integrate chatbots in their systems, it is very obvious that as a tester we will get so many chances or so many projects or so many instances to test chatbots. So in this video we are going to talk about that only. So I am going to break this video in 4 different parts. First part is going to be understanding about chatbots, what are different types. Then second part, we are going to get inside the AI chatbots which are very trending in the market. Third thing, we will understand what are different strategies to test them and different methodologies. And final part, which is my favorite, I am going to tell you what are different tools in the market right now which are helping us to test these chatbots. But before we begin, if you are new here and haven't subscribed my channel, please make sure to subscribe, because all these videos, creating all these videos takes so much of effort, and your subscription or when you subscribe, it helps and it motivates to us. So please, it's free for you, but it helps a lot to us. So please subscribe to the channel, and without any delay, let's start the video. So now let's start with the types of chatbots. Here, if you see, these are in the order of increasing complexity. So first is rule-based chatbots. What are these? Rule-based chatbots operate on a decision tree structure. That means if you say this, then something will happen. So it's if-else kind of condition where, if customer or user is giving some hints, and based on that it is interacting with or giving answers to the users. So rule-based chatbots operate on a decision tree structure using predefined rules and keyword recognition to provide consistent scripted response. So here it is all scripted. I mean, when chatbot is replying to you, then it is something has been coded at the backend. So that's what it is replying to you. So it based on the keyword what you type. So maybe if you see over here, if you provide some phrase, so phrase is take call. If that is the one, or accept call or join call, then it is going to execute some functions, and based on that it will say that I am executing this accept call function. So something like that. So if you say something, or different keywords will be provided, and based on that only it executes. Now, what are the pros of these kind of chatbots? These are simple, predictable, that if you do this, then it has some set of answers to reply and no AI errors. That is the pros of these kind of chatbots. Now, what are the cons of this? It cannot handle free text or unexpected questions. So if something is asked which is out of its context, then definitely it is not going to reply to you, or will say that sorry, I don't have information about that. Now next is NLU entity or entity type of chatbots. So what are these? Basically, NLU simply means natural language understanding. So before AI, before these LLMs or agents or AI agents came, natural language understanding or natural language processing was very common field of AI, where it understands what exactly user wants and what are different important details are there in the user queries. So it basically tries to understand what exactly user is trying to say. So that's what it means. So these type of chatbots basically uses NLU to figure out what the user wants, basically the intent of user, and extract important details, basically the entities. So it works on intent and entities, and basically in using this, it interprets what user actually wants, and by identifying their intent and extracting key entities, it works on the queries. So basically, somewhat with the help of NLU, it works as a rule based only, but it has better understanding of user's query and what exactly user is asking. So how basically NLU works? It pre-processes your text, identifies the components of what basically have been asked, basically intent and entity. Analyze the structure, map intent and goals, refine understanding, and structure the response. And based on that, it responses. So for example, if you see book a flight from Delhi to Bangalore tomorrow, so what is the intent? Intent is booking a flight. And what are the entities? Basically, it's details what is given by the user. So details are like origin should be Delhi, destination should be Bangalore, and date should be tomorrow. So similarly, if you see what are the common use cases of these: voice assistant, lead generation. You also must have heard about customer support calls from banks. So those are common use cases of NLU based chatbots. So what are the pros of this? Handles varied phrasing. So basically now user can talk to any way, and it can understand in a better way than rule based chatbots. Now more flexible than role based. Basically, now cons: it needs training data, because there are different dialects, different ways to talk, different languages are there. So basically it needs more and more training data and can misclassify. So that is the problem with this. So okay, so that is the problem with NLU based. Now coming our hero in the picture, which is LLM, large language models. So after this, everything has revolutionized. So we all know what are LLMs and what LLMs are capable of. So what are these? LLM chatbots are virtual assistants that uses large language models. We know that LLMs are trained on huge data, and that way they are able to understand and generate human like text, enabling natural context aware conversations. So right, so now the LLMs have been introduced in the chatbots, and using that, now it can generate more human like explanations, and whatever query you are giving, it can generate more human like explanations. So if you give any query, based on your use case or use case for which that chatbot has been built and what kind of LLM has been integrated, it can reply to you in that way. Now coming to the pros, these are very flexible, conversational, no explicit training data required because it's already been trained on so much of data. The problem is it can hallucinate, so it can assume things by its own way. So that is the problem with these kind of chatbots where LLMs are involved, so may not be always factual. We all know that AIs can make mistakes, or they are specifically answer to the queries till the time they have been trained on, right? So that's where comes the next part of next type of chatbots, which are included with LLM plus RAG. So what is RAG? Basically, RAG is retrieval augmented generation. So we know that what is the problem with LLMs? LLMs have a certain date till date data. So maybe LLMs have been trained till 2024. So they only have that data with them. So till 2024, if you ask any query which is beyond 2024, then it cannot answer. Or if you ask any specific query which is belonging to any certain organization, then also LLMs cannot answer those queries. So that's where RAG basically helps us to provide those kind of context to LLMs. So what is RAG? Basically combining LLMs natural conversation ability with your own data. So basically you give all your documents, knowledge bases to give factual grounded answers. So that's what is the was the problem with LLMs. But when you use LLMs plus RAG, it is better, and it is better able to handle the specific data related queries. So it can be more factual. So for example, a customer support, or for example, if I tell you that in TCS, if you wanted to ask about leave policy, so that leave policy is specific to TCS, so it can go and fetch that document, and based on that it can fetch the context and data and can answer to you. Now what is the pros of this? Basically, what is the benefits? Benefits are it is more accurate, can cite sources, domain is specific, so it can give you more context aware or more specific answers, more factual answers. What are the problems with this? Problems are it need good document search basically, so and retrieval. So that means if it is your RAG has not been implemented properly, you will get wrong answers. So that is the problem with RAG based chatbots. Now comes agentic, the superhero of this chatbot industry. So agentic AI based chatbots basically have capabilities not as LLMs, but it has something else also. It can plan your task and take action on those tasks also. They can call some APIs, searches, write files, use memory across sessions. So for example, find me the cheapest flight to Paris next month and email me the ticket, something like that. So what will bot do? Bot will go and searches for flights, pick cheapest and call booking API, send email. So all of those things it can do by its own self, because agentic AI chatbots have capability of doing things on its own, right? So what are the benefits of this? It can execute multi-step workflows automatically. And what are the cons of this? Complex to design, needs strong guardrails for safety and cost, because it requires, it can do things for you. So you don't want that whatever email it is sending, it should not have something which you don't want to be sent, right? So it is required to specifically put some guardrails and safety and cost related things. Now coming to the second part of the things, which is testing strategy. So basically, first when you are going to test these systems, you need to understand what are the system you are testing, right? So first you should understand the channels where users interact with the bot. So bot can be implemented at multiple places, right? So it could be as a web widget, mobile app, messaging app like WhatsApp, Slack, Microsoft Teams, Facebook Messenger. Then it could be IVR or voice related chatbots also could be there, telephone or a smart speaker. So when you pick up the call, there also a chatbot can be placed. So for example, Alexa skill or automated phone line support. So those kind of things are there. So you should understand where exactly the user interacting with the bot. So for these kind of there are some testing tip. Each channel may display messages differently. So you need to understand what are the different buttons, what are the different quick replies are there, voice prompts are there. So you must verify the UI UX consistency across all the platforms. Second thing, brain. So what is the brain of this AI related chatbots? It's LLM. So when you are using rule based flows, you need to have fixed paths, you need to test, you need to understand the menus, what are the decision trees, how it works, if else conditions, in what conditions it will behave something else. What are the NLU based chatbots? In there you need to recognize what user wants and entities, basically key details also. So you should understand that. LLMs for flexible conversational responses. So you need to understand if LLM has been used with or without RAG. So that also you need to understand if LLMs have been used behind the chatbots. What tools or functions, there must be some APIs getting called in agentic AI based chatbots. Some memory and states are must be there. So if chatbot is remembering few parts of conversation, then that also you should be understanding. All right. So basically you need to understand the brain helps you know better whether to test intent accuracy or different ways how you can use this testing to test those systems. Now third is guardrails. So what is guardrail? Basically what keeps the bot safe. So safety mechanism is guardrail basically means. So to prevent harmful or unwanted behavior, you don't want your bot to to accept toxic or offensive or unsafe content. If somebody is asking something different, which is not safe for people, so that also your bot should block or chatbot should block. Personally identifiable information. If user is providing some personal information, that should be masked. Content policy. So if rules about what the bot can or cannot say. Jailbreak protection, this is very important. So it prevents users from tricking the bot into revealing secrets, so or bypassing rules. So I don't know if many of you have heard about the LinkedIn post. There was they were using WhatsApp chatbot, and over there what happened, that person has given some prompts which were which has exposed the scammer itself. So that was very interesting to see. So that kind of things, maybe they have not tested it properly on jailbreak protection thing. So that was the very interesting to see. Now observability. So why observability is important? Because how you are going to track and debug the bot. If bot has said something different or is not behaving as per expected, then it is your you need to debug that, why it is happening, what is causing this issue. So basically for tracking and debugging you need observability also. In there logs, traces, prompts or context. Token usage is very important for cost. And what are the analytics, basically how whether users are using or not. So those kind of things. Good observability means you can reproduce bugs by looking at the exact prompts, retrieve documents, API calls. Basically you need to understand all of these things for observability. Now my favorite part of testing chatbots. So far we have understand what are different types of chatbots, what things we should keep in mind while testing, and now actual thing what we need to test. So functional and non-functional things. So chatbot testing methodologies. So over here what functional testing we need to do? We need to do intent recognition and routing. What are the precision, recall, confusion matrix and all, basically to make what are do's and don'ts in the intent recognition, how you understand the intent of it. Entity or slot filling, basically required or optional slots, reprompts, corrections, multi-turn, whether when I say that okay to the chat, when I say that okay can you book this, so chatbot understood incorrectly or something. So when I say that no I don't mean that but I mean this, something like that, conversational thing, multi-turn conversation. So that also we need to test whenever we are going to test the chatbot. So when you are testing chatbot functionally, intent recognition, entity or slot filling, dialogue state, what are different ways in which dialogue can be, so different dialogues, context, rag, basically whether whether your chatbot is giving data or giving the information from the documents retrieved, citations correctly or not. There are no fabrication also, that is very important. So when it is calling the tool or function, whether schema is correct or not, retries, timeouts, or if it fails, then also that is very important. Channel UX parity. So as I said, if your chatbot is being used at different platforms, WhatsApp or Facebook or Teams, so it should have some parity in the user experience. So buttons, quick replies should be same. Voice related things. So what is ASR, accuracy, punctuation. So all of this, text to time, whether whenever you are giving voice related commands, what is the latency of that, that is also very important. Different typos, slangs, emojis, so all of those things which user can enter, we need to test that. Now coming to the non-functional things, whenever we are testing chatbots non-functionally, we make sure that latency is good. So latency is what? Latency is means when I give the query to chatbot, what is the time, turnaround time in which chatbot is giving us answers. So that is the latency cost. Whenever you are talking to a chatbot behind LLMs, you may be using any chatbots like chat gpt or Gemini or Claude or something like that. So what is the cost? Basically that also you need to see. What are the token optimizations, how you can do token optimizations. So reliability also is very important. So basically observability is very important to understand whether your chatbot is how to debug the chatbot. So basically, A and B testing or online matrix related things, task success rate, whether your chatbot is performing your, whether some feedback mechanism, right? So whether it helped to the user or not. So those things, safety and compliance is very important. Toxicity, harassment related things, medical, financial advice, accuracy, personal identifiable information handling, whether it is handling it PII very in a different way or not in as per the rules of the countries. Prompt injection, jailbreaks, tool abuse, extra data exfiltration, that is also very important because if you give some prompt or if user gives some prompts using which bot can expose your internal mechanism of the system, that is also very disastrous, right? So that is very important to handle. Now the last and very important part of the video is tools you can use. So there are different tools as per the chatbots. So conversational and NLU type of chatbots, you can use Botium, Rasa, Diagonal Flow, and for LLM or RAG evaluation related things, LangSmith you can use, or Prompt Foo, TrueLens, LangFuse, Guardrails is another uh, another tool to test all of these chatbots. API and end-to-end related use cases, you can test it using Postman. Karate framework is there for automation related things. REST and REST assured you can use. For UI related things, you can use either Playwright or Selenium. And for load testing of the chatbots, because so many users are going to use it, so you must perform load testing also. So K6 or low cost. And monitoring related, LangFuse and Grafana. And definitely, I mean, Lang Smith is also can be helpful in this monitoring part. That was all in this particular video. I hope the information given in this video was helpful and insightful. If you really liked this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe button, and this gives a lot of motivation to us. And one bonus is, if you want this chatbot testing related document, which I am going to further improve on, and then I am going to upload on my topmate link. You can get that topmate link in the description. So from there you can get this document, and it can be helpful to your further interviews, or maybe you can implement it in your project as and when it is required. So don't forget to check out the link in the description, and do let me know in the comment box what else different types of topics you wanted to listen from me, and see you in the next one.